All right. LDBC, it is your boy, the coach. You're live on the Coach Show, live. Man. Paulie Malignaggi, or y'all know the guy who was talking about, don't brag about taking my side piece. Don't brag about my side piece. You know, that guy, okay? Showtime, they've given Paulie the proverbial foot in the ass. They've gotten him out of there. Okay, now Paulie, he said some controversial things, okay? He said a lot of controversial things. Number one, he said that, racial oppression don't exist in 2020, which that kind of sent a lot of people, mainly black people, into an outrage. Paulie Malignaggi was arguing with people about the whole Ahmaud Arbery situation, where Paulie, he was trying to justify, Ahmaud Arbery shooting, trying to say that Ahmaud Arbery, had no business being in the house, and this stuff wouldn't have happened to him had he not been in the house. He was going along with that narrative. And so, Paulie has been saying a whole lot of stuff. And it's been a lot of stuff that's been, racially insensitive. And so, and I honestly, I think Steven Espinoza been watching LDBC videos. I think he has. Because I know me and most of the LDBC, we were going to boycott Showtime, meaning that we're not going to watch the fights if Paulie Malignaggi is a commentator. Okay, that's what we said. We were calling for his job. We called for it. And, I think we had a part to play in this. Now, I'm not going to make fun of somebody losing a job during a pandemic. I'm not going to do that. I think Paulie, he kind of had it coming to him because he's been making these kind of, these sneaking, he's been making these slick racial comments now for years. And the LDBC, we've been the only ones to check him on this. Okay. And we were serious. We were not going to support any Showtime pay-per-views. No Showtime pay-per-views as long as Paulie Malignaggi was doing the commentating, and we got our wish, okay? Paulie Malignaggi will not be doing any commentary for Showtime, and what they're doing is they're coming up with a severance package. They're going to buy him out. And I think Paulie, from what I understand, he was making about $1 million a year to do broadcasting for Showtime, which that's a good chunk of change, just to broadcast fights, And, what Showtime wanted, they actually wanted Paulie to make a public apology. They wanted him to make a public apology. Paulie Malignaggi thought that his comments didn't warrant an apology, so he just pretty much said, no, I'm not going to apologize, which, that ended up costing him his job. So Showtime got him out of there. Showtime got him out. They tried to work with him. They tried to, let him keep his job, but I guess Paulie said, nope, this job ain't important. I disagree with Paulie's views, okay? Racial oppression, it does exist in 2020. Absolutely, because it's here now. And have y'all noticed it's a pandemic going on? I mean, it's a damn pandemic, and you still have people running around here still, man. They want to be racist, and they still want to harass black people. Okay, folks, that's just how it is. That's just what that is. Okay, that's the truth. And you got people saying all kind of stuff, man. You think this would be the time that people would try to unite and try to actually find a way to get along with each other so we can combat this pandemic together. But nah, man, people don't want to do it. Racists don't want to do that. Even throughout this, man, I think a racist person on their last dying days, they'll spend their last dying days hating somebody black. Like, seriously. Well, Paulie got exposed, man. Paulie Malignaggi, he got exposed for who he really is. And, Showtime, they don't want to deal with it. And I always tell y'all that companies, they don't want to be associated with people who are racist. And it's not because these companies, they love black people. That's not it. Okay, it's not. The companies, they don't like white, black. They don't like anything. They just like green. And see, if you're a company and you associate yourself with a racist, the company knows that they're going to lose millions and millions of dollars. And that's something that they don't want to do. That's something that any company, they don't want to be associated with somebody who people of color perceive to be racist. And, man, a lot of black people think Paulie, is a big old racist. And even his ex-girlfriend or his side piece, Jessica Cortizone, she even came out and did an interview back when him and Rona was fighting, saying that, Paulie's family, they were giving her a hard time, and they was calling her an N-word lover. They was calling her an N-word lover. And, and I straight believe that. I straight believe it. And she said they were harassing her and all kind of stuff, man. So, Paulie has been getting away scot-free with this for a long time. And now brothers done went out to Paulie's head and went out to his neck. And guess what? It's a wrap. it's a wrap for Malignaggi. It's a wrap. Okay, he's done at Showtime. He's still keeping his job at Sky Sports. And of course, they're going to let him keep the job at Sky Sports because Paulie is very pro-European fighter. So they're not going to fire him. And even if he say anything racist, they probably still won't fire him. Okay, they won't do it. But Showtime, okay, they're taking a step in the right direction. Okay, I think Steven Espinoza, I know for a fact that he do watch Blue Blood Sports TV. And I know that he watches us, Fred from Barbershop, and I know that he watches 78. And I'm sure Steven Espinoza heard. I'm sure he heard the fans speak, especially the black fans, because black people are the biggest consumer in America. So I'm sure Steven Espinoza heard and probably weighed all that into consideration and probably just thought to himself, yo, we either got to get Paulie, going to have to make a public apology for all the dumb stuff he said. Then that probably still wouldn't cut the mustard. Or, Paulie got to go. And so I guess, Paulie didn't want to apologize. And Steven Espinoza and Showtime, they gave Paulie the boot. I mean, it's his own fault. They gave him a chance to keep his job, but he just kind of said, well, no, the job ain't that important. To him, it's not. So, yeah, Paulie's out of Showtime. I mean, I never really wanted him to be the commentator in the first place because the way that he treats black U.S. fighters. Or, he's always got something smart to say, or he's always putting them down instead of talking about, what they're doing correct. He does that a lot. Well, I guess he won't be doing it now, but, I'm pretty sure that another network will pick up Paulie Malignaggi. I'm sure they will. And, they'll give him some detail, give him a job or something like that. But yeah. Paulie Malignaggi loses his job, and it is what it is. I remember Paulie pulled up last year, man, and he was talking about... he pulled up, I can't remember who he pulled up on, but he was saying that, I got to remember what he said, man. He was saying that I'm not afraid to, I'm not afraid to pull up on nobody. And if I have to, I show people who I really am. And I'm sitting here thinking to myself, ain't nobody scared of no Paulie. Man, what people laugh. If you saw this little midget pull up on you, hey, man, hey, I don't know, I'm going to pull up on you right now. Then I'm going to start cutting these fucking backflips. Man, I would look at Paulie and I would laugh at this dude. I wouldn't even take him serious, man. I wouldn't even take him serious. This the same guy who got beat up by Artem Lobov. And Artem Lobov, man, come on, man. Artem Lobov got, some 16, 17 losses in MMA? And the man can't strike. He ain't no striker. Artem Lobov ain't no great striker. And he beat Paulie Malignaggi in a bare knuckle brawl. Man, Paulie is the laughing stock of boxing, man. He is the laughing stock of boxing. The man got beat by an MMA fighter with no hands. He got beat by that guy. Are you serious? Who can Paulie talk about? Then Paulie got beat up in the sparring matchup with Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor beat Paulie up in sparring. Beat him up. Knocked him down. Embarrassed him. Man, how do you explain this? How do you explain it? Well, Paulie, I guess we explain it, man. Hey, you did a lot of good work over at Showtime. You did some good color commentary. But I think the problem is when we talk about color commentary, I think the only color that Paulie saw, well, I know there's one color he never would see. That color is black.